So I read a story recently that there is a plant that actually makes flowers and fruit completely underground. That's right, the whole lot entirely below the surface of the soil in the dark. Can this be true, or is it just a fake news story? Well, let's find out. And we are in. Okay, so it turns out to be entirely true. This is a very, very recent story. I mean, they say fact is stranger than fiction, right? So in a recent discovery by Kew, on a 7-week expedition to a forest in Borneo, a kind of palm was discovered that actually produces its blooms and subsequent fruits and seeds entirely underground, below the soil, below the surface of the soil. Above the surface of the soil, the plant looks just like a little palm tree seedling, but this is as big as it gets. Under the surface, however, it's busily producing flowers and fruits. This is such a bizarre thing to think about. I'm yet to see a photo of the blooms, unfortunately, but we can see the leaves above the ground and the fruits that actually look like this, and they turn red when they're ripe. So it's been given the name of Pinanga subterranea, and it turns out actually that local people have known about it for generations, and they use it as a fruit that they eat. They use it as a snack. Apparently it's very sweet, but the seeds are really, really hard, so they need to be spat out. Maybe that's one of the ways of dispersing the seeds. Also, wild pigs dig it up, so they maybe can smell the scent given off by these fruits, and they eat the fruit and no doubt pass and spread the seeds about. So questions that pop into my mind are, what pollinates the flowers? How did it evolve? Well, apparently so far there are no answers to these questions. So as you can see, this has actually been known to people local in the country of Borneo for a long time, and Indonesia, and apparently it's widespread. It's only new to science, and I'm certainly looking forward to learning a little bit more about this incredible plant. But it made me think, is this the only subterranean plant out there? Well, apparently not. There is an orchid called Rhizanthella. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's completely leafless. Well, I've heard about leafless orchids before, but this is also rootless. It's endemic to Australia, as is so many weird stuff, and it grows completely underground in a symbiotic relationship with mycorrhizal fungi. It only emerges with its blooms, which are kind of close to the surface, but usually covered with leaf litter. Again, so far nobody knows how it's pollinated or how its seeds are dispersed, so there's a lot of work to be done there. But apparently there are further 171 species that have been found to display these kind of characteristics, but it seems that so far almost all of those 171 species display at least part of their reproductive organs above the ground. So what can we learn from this story? Well, it kind of does make you think what lies undiscovered in these rainforests, or I should say undiscovered to science. New antibiotics, cures for cancer, other major diseases? I guess time will tell. But I also think that it does make you think maybe we will run out of time before we discover these things and it will just be too late. Who knows? Interesting story though. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.